I guess give a little hello to the audience at home.
Okay. I love you. All right, here, let me just grab my, here we go. Hi everybody, it's Iowna Lotza-Katz here at 515 in Royal Oak, and I'm so excited for all of you to get to know me a little bit better behind the scenes.
So, is this your first time being interviewed?
Actually, no, I've done 5 other documentaries before this, so this will be my 6th one, but this one's kind of special because normally I only do documentaries after I'm ready and people get to see the full geesh and everything done, so I'm actually a little vulnerable for y'all today because you get to see the process of how I become Iowna Lotza-Katz.
Vulnerability at its finest.
Exactly.
Tell us about your first drag experience ever.
Well, my first drag experience ever was 1996.
Oh.
And I was sitting at this little shithole bar in Calabama, Michigan. Kalamazoo, Michigan, but we call it Calabama. And we had come out for a couple of drinks, and we were very aware that this bar served minors. So we were 18, and we went to the bar, and we sat at the bar next to a couple of daddies, and we were just, trying to shake our shit to get some drinks or whatever, being 18, young, thin, firm.
Right.
And this beautiful drag queen walks up to me, and she's like, "Oh my God, you're gorgeous." And I was like, "Back up, bitch! I ain't got no interest in no, I ain't no tranny chaser. No, I'm looking for a daddy." And she was like, "No, you're really beautiful. I think you would be a gorgeous drag queen." And I was like, "Well, I've never thought about that before, but I am gorgeous, so I'd assume I'd be a gorgeous drag queen. You're 18 and you're full of yourself and whatever." And she goes, "Well, come back the next day." And she's like, "I'd love to put some makeup on you and push you on stage." And I was like, "No, I can't." And she's like, "Well, just think about it." So of course I thought about it for like 15 minutes and then decided to do it. And then the next day I came back, and it was my very first show. It was like that quick, and that drag queen wound up being my drag mother, Chelsea.
Aw, that's cute. I love that connection. So you told us about your first drag experience in the K-Zoo, but what was your first drag experience at 515 like?
Well, it was a very unusual situation. I was brought in to accompany another entertainer that was here. We were going to try something that was different that they'd never done before. They were going to call us a dynamic duo, and we basically were going to partner up and give them something new. However, situations happened where they thought that I flourished and I was better as a solo, and the other person was struggling a little bit to be an entertainer here, and so they basically just swapped us out. So my first experience here was really great, except I'm normally a solo act, so having to kind of partner off somebody else was fun, but I felt like I had to reel it in so I wasn't overshadowing them.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of girl I am. I'm just an overshadower,
A star.
I can't help it. She's a star.
She's a solo artist.
I'm a star, mama. Yeah.
She's not ready for the band.
Right.
She's bigger than that.
There ain't no children in this Destiny's Child. Good mama. That's it. So. But it was a great experience. It was a lot of fun, and I was really excited to join this side of the state, being more from Southwest Michigan.
The big question that is on everyone's mind
The big question
is, how many cats do you own?
Well, that's really a fun question because I own lots of cats. Oh, all right, I'm going to be real with you guys. I only own one cat, and her name is Amy. I have another animal, and her name is Georgia Peaches. And
Oh wait, what is that one?
Georgia Peaches, because she's pretty as a peach, and she is a Aussie poo. She's like a big dog. So I actually only have one cat. She's evil. She's a black cat with green eyes. She's a horrible cunt. She's just the most evil fucking cat. And I got her for my husband for a wedding present. And I'm a dog person. He's a cat person. I love cats, but they're just ridiculous because they need you 15 minutes out of the day and that's it. And I'm somebody who needs constant affection and attention, if you can't tell. And so I got her for him, and she just sits around on her throne all day, ignores us, doesn't do anything, comes over occasionally for 5 minutes of loving, but yeah, so yeah, she's a big personality. She doesn't need anybody but her, so.
Speaking of lots of cats, where did your drag name come from?
So I created Iowna Lotza-Katz about 4 years ago. She's my comedy character. And she actually, I've been doing drag for 23 years. And my actual drag name is Monique Madison. But Iowna Lotza-Katz was something I always wanted to explore but never felt comfortable in the drag scene, because drag in this area, you know, Illinois, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan is glamour, glamour, jewels, pageant, blah, 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 I'm so fierce. And there's not a lot of comedy queens. So about 4 years ago, I was like, fuck these hoes. Like, I'm hilarious, and I want to start to explore something to still make drag exciting for me, because I'd done it for so long. There's only been so many times you can walk and twirl around the stage, you know, doing Whitney Houston's "It Ain't Right But It's Okay," before you need something a little bit more. And Iowna came out for a bingo gig, and she was hideous. She had wrinkles. She was wearing curlers in her hair with a cap over it, big thick glasses. She had a big huge wart on her chin. I had put a couple of bristles of hair coming out of the chin, and I mean, it was an instant love affair. Like, I was just like, oh my God, this is exactly who I wanted to be all of these years. But being a drag queen puts you in a box, and if you're not a certain way, a lot of times you're not overly accepted in the community, or you're not booked, girl. You know, and that's what we do it for. We do this for because we want to be booked, and we want to be on stage, and we want to make our coins. But Iowna's been a huge success, so I'm really glad I took that step, because it was something that made me start my entertainment group called the Cunty Kittens. Which
you're their group, right? It's
right.
The 4.
Yep,
right?
we've actually got 5 now. We added a
Oh, cool.
kid. And we're known as Kalamazoo's Messy Men in Dresses, and every single show is sold out, and we have a good time, and we bring the fun and the humor to drag.
You performed at the last 12 Drags
I did.
show, correct? The
Yeah.
Cunty Kittens?
Yeah. The Country Kittens were at it. It was great. It was 12 Drags of Christmas, and it's their biggest show here at 515 on Royal Oak. Look it up on our page. And it was so great to be able to bring them. I was actually in the one before it as well, the Disney show.
Yeah.
And I was able to bring my husband, who's also a Country Kitten, and her name is Yolanda Del Pierce. She and I did numbers together, but to have my whole litter here was pretty amazing. So they were so excited to be part of the 12 Drags. It's the biggest show of the year in this area, and so we were super excited. It was 3 shows in one day. At the end of the day,
yes,
we were super fucking excited. But at the beginning of the day, we were excited. So.
3 shows in one day, a lot of drag.
Right, a lot of drag, honey. That was a lot of drag, but it was a great time. So.
It's an exciting time to be a part of the drag community, and you were saying you are you get to be a part of it in a bigger way, because you're already in the game, you're doing it, you're going to prides, you're at the front, right?
Yeah. So, and I have been since the very beginning, and so when prides weren't 100,000 people, when prides were 100 people, I was the one at the front of the parade holding the signs, you know, fighting for our equality. I was the one that stood on the sidelines with picket signs, and I've been doing that my entire drag career, and it's been very important to me. So to see the growth that we've had, we've got a long way to come, or go, I'm sorry, come, you know, didn't mean to throw that out there. I'll say come one more time. We've got a long way to go, but to see the growth in 22 years from where it was, I mean, I used to come out of my venue and there would be men there waiting with baseball bats, and we would be running for our lives, not to be so serious, but now I come out of venues with 50 fans standing there waiting for pictures, and people that really appreciate what I do, and it's so yin and yang, you know, it's completely opposite, but I've worked so long for it, and it's so great to see the appreciation finally.
Right. That sounds like the epitome of growth to me.
A little bit of growth there, just a little bit.
Right.